So my healthy birth practice is allowing labor to start on its own. Can't really demonstrate that. So I'm going to give you something to do in the meantime. There is a lot of information out on the internet right now how to make a mask for when you go out, when you're out in public. There's actually a lot of patterns that are free. I was able to find one online that I was able to print. It had 4 different sizes. I was able to print these off, and I used the information that I had, which is my knowledge of sewing, and I used these foam because I can reuse them over and over again. It has 2 parts to it, and right now I'm going to show you how I did the, so it has the adult man and the adult female, and then it has the middle-sized child and the small children. So we're just going to show you the ones for the man size. All right. So you can use the material you can use is they're recommending it be 100% cotton, and that it is something that you can't see through, but you can still breathe through it. I was able to get some lining material at Walmart, and it worked really, really well. Okay, so the first thing you do is with your pattern, you can use a rotary cutter or you can use a regular scissors. The rotary cutter, I was able to do many layers and cut down, and was able to save a lot of time that way. The first one is pretty simple. You just do the seam along the top, and then you make it so that it can be folded open. The second part is you take the outside of it, which would be the outside here, and you run a seam along right around the edge of it. You fold this part together to the left. Then the next step is you need to run a seam on either side and turn the edge in over. You don't have to do it, you can just do a very small amount and it works really well. Then this is the next part. So then you have, this is your lining that is all ready. And you do the same steps with the outside of it, where you run the seam along the side, make the cuts. Same thing here. You do the top stitch right next to the edge here, and then you do the you fold the edges over just like this one. Now these are finished. They will be, the lining will be bigger than you will end up getting something that looks like this and this. Okay, and once you get to this point, you run a seam along here, right at the edge, all the way around, and all the way around here. And then you have this. And then after that, you turn it inside out, like so. Then you have the edges here. We're going to do another top stitch. You're going to fold it to the very edge right here. You're going to turn this one over and turn it over again so that you have something that looks like that. You run your top stitch all the way across on both sides, and you end up with a mask that looks like this. You can run these through so it goes all the way around back of the head. It fits actually very well on your face, and you can tie it at the back. So the link for this I will put in my my video. I will put a link for where I found this and found the pattern. So that's it. That's all I got today.